Welcome back to another motherfucking tier list. It's your boy, Lipe again. And we out here bringing you another shield tier list today. Alright, let's get right into it. Boom. Classic. We're talking about the OG. Nobody does it better than your boy. We are looking at the most impressive piece of shit we got. This is the first thing you can get. One of the first shoots you can get in the game. It gives you 3 defense. It gives 1 slot at the best chance, but you can buy it with no slot. Here's the thing. It is extremely light and you can use it in every job. So I'm not gonna put it as low as F. However, I'm gonna put it guard at a decent B tier. I think it's a B tier because worst case scenario, is this what you have? Dude, yeah, you can survive with it. Sometimes you cannot remove the cards from it, right? It becomes your shield forever. What you can do here is never let go of it because you've already put a massive amount of cards or you already upgraded to +7. I'm gonna leave it right in the middle because if you're playing old times, this can't be an item with no issue. This is your end game. Alright, next up we have Angelic Guard. Angelic Guard, this I had to get some feedback from Reddit to know exactly what we're looking at, but because of the set combo, this apparently is the second best shield for super novice and novice at the late game. That's what I've been told, right? But this is mainly for if you're getting attacked from elemental mobs that it gives a magic damage. Apparently this is great because it gives that overall resistance to all damages and a bunch of buffs. Flat HP is great for novices. So because of that, I'm gonna put it Angelic Guard at a I want to put it the same as B tier because I'm gonna put the Novice Shield. Actually, yeah, because this you can wear before the level 50s and level 40s. This one you can only wear later on. I don't value this as highly as the Novice Shield because the Novice Shield will cover what the Novice Mental does. One protects neutral, the other protects the mental. So I'm also going to put at a B tier, a little bit better than the guard because I will value something else higher later on. So that's why we're putting Angelic Guard. Bradium Shield. Bradium Shield, this is a drop from mid camp. Bradium Shield gives you -1 agi plus 500 flat HP, which is 60% of a Poopa card. That's fucking amazing. That's fucking amazing, dog. And if you are a paladin, it increases your shoot boomerang attack damage by 60%, which is a huge buff. Bradium Shield, we have to value this extremely high because of the flat HP. However, the issue is that it's only high burst, but as an end game, this can be your end game shoot for sure. Is this one of the greatest ones? It's for sure one of the S tiers. This is our first S tier of all. All right, yeah. I'm gonna keep it an S tier because the flat HP works for every class that can wear a shield, and I love it. Is it heavy? Decently heavy, but not the heaviest, and it looks cool as fuck. The sprite is the coolest. Next, we're looking at our classic buckler again. Huh? Oh shit, the fucking OG, right? Everybody loved this back in the days. This used to be your end game shield. The weight is great. You can wear majority of the classes besides any magical ones. It has a great defense, which is 4, but we are going to have to put this at a A tier. A tier is pretty decent. Not the greatest though, but pretty decent overall. Next one, we're looking at Cross Shield, and this is your best shield, or the Crusader. This is your best Crusader shield. It's dope as fuck. First of all, it looks super cool. It looks kind of like this in your in-game actually too, and it gives 1 strength and it increases shield boomerang by 30%. However, it does increase your attack consumption by 10%. I won't value this as high as a Bradium Shield because here's the fact. Do I think this is an S tier or paladin build with shield boomerang? Yes, because I do understand the fact that the weight matters a lot. This is the heaviest one. Base defense is also great, and it gives 1 strength with also it's the only shield in the whole game that gives strength, and it gives the shield boomerang increase. I want to say that if you are a Crusader and Crusader alone and you have this build, which you won't level up, right? This is only for WOE, War of Imperium. War of Imperium is where you shoot boomerang most of the time and you have to be linked, and it's a lot of work. So because of that, I will put this at the highest A tier because it is only best if you are using for this build of these things. Okay, mainly shield boomerang, and you don't want that. You don't want to be reliant on just that. The flat HP would do so much better, but your damage will be higher. This is the one to increase your damage to the highest level possible. Next one, we're going to Exorcism Bible. This is a drop from Morocco. However, nobody quite uses it. Quite difficult to find a build with it. And Holy Stick will only drop from the most end game mob ever, who is a MVP from Endless Tower, which that's a full content on its own. Let me not even get into Endless Tower right now, or we're gonna get lost in track for 3 days out here. But we're gonna say this: Exorcism Bible has to be the F tier item of all. Do I understand that the +1 int is good and all of these things are decent? Yes, but this is the one that I have to put at S tier because you can only get the major bonuses once you get this, and that's almost impossible to get if you are a server, of course, that you're running 1-1 and people are struggling to even get basic equipment. So this is our first F tier. I have never fully seen people using it. They just use it as a filler or they give it out. This gets sold by like 50k on the market, where at a 1-1x server. Next one, we're talking about Magic Bible Volume 1. This is the coolest, most interesting shield there is because it has the ability to add stun to it, giving 2 int as well. It's insane. 2 int is insane, bro. It's the most int you can get, and it gives 3 flat magic defense. And remember what I have talked about magic defense before, where it gives the ability for you to reduce debuffs and reduce status that gets set on you. This can be fucking amazing, dude. In any build you can get, like if you can get a Flames Cold card, which also stacks with the stun effect that you have here, and as you can see, you can read the stun effect, and this 1000 actually means 10% in percentage wise. I think it is. So you have a 10% chance of stunning your when you get hit. So 1 in every 10 automatically gives you the chance to proc this. If you are any of these classes and you can get your hands on one of these, you should. This is the only thing that will increase your damage. Because of that, I will put our Magic Bible at another S tier in front of Bradium, even because I think it's the best. I think it's the best magical item, but here is a close contender for it. Memory Book. Memory Book is one of the OG items in the game. It's been around forever, and it has a fucking insane combo. On its own, it's already S tier because of the 1 int and +2 flat magic defense. However, it doesn't have a slot, right? So without the slot, I would put it at a low S tier to an A tier. But here is the next thing that sets it apart, that I think it sets even higher than a Magic Bible, and it's this. Look at this stats right here. You get Pocket Watch with a Memory Book and an eye patch, which is just a thing you can buy, and you can get +7% magic attack. Do you know how much damage this is, bro? It's fucking insane, and the HP and the speed recovery is just like even greater. And then you can even combine with this later, which is a whole, it's the set of the gods for any professor. But because of the fact that this has a combo that can later on even maximize, this is not a min-max thing. This is a fully maxing thing that we're talking about. And because this is the item that can get you the highest DPS in game as a magic user, this has got to be our strongest S tier so far, even in front of Magic Bible. Next one is Mirror Shield, and this is your best friend for Crusaders. Crusaders love this fucking shield. I'll stick to the slaughter one. You can get from Kalitzberg and Killerita, but mainly Kalitzberg. This magic defense helps you a lot with GC builds, And in GC builds, you can get more reduction to the damage you deal to yourself. And it's a really loyal shield. You can have 4 flat, is amazing. The +5 is also amazing, like I told you about all the status and everything, and especially as a tank, you get hit by everything. So having this extra buff of magic defense can really make it or break in situations where you can live or not, because getting hit by curse fucking sucks and it can kill you. So because of that, I'm gonna put mirror shield at A. I'm gonna put it at an A tier. Next one, we're talking about Novice Shield. Novice Shield is so fucking amazing because you can buy it at an NPC, and this gives you 20% resistance against all attacks that are magical. Now let's take a look at this and compare to our most famous shield, Valkyrja Shield. 20% resistance to water, fire, shadow, and undead elements. So it's missing elements here. Okay, you see this is the best shield in the game. Now let's look here. Earth, fire, wind, poison, ghost, undead, water. You see, this is better than a Valkyrja shield. This is why Novice Shield has to be S tier. I'm gonna put it last S tier because it's not gonna be applicable to all the other classes, but as a novice, just know, even as a novice, you can look here. This is better than this, and this is better than these two. All right, hey, all novices, can y'all handshake here? Can y'all just do a little celebratory little thing? I hope we can all be happy with this. I really do, because I asked Reddit and I try to get a lot of help to properly do this, okay? And get my novice information up. But this I'm sure of. This is the fucking S tier. Next one, we're looking at Orleans server. And this is something that people, surprisingly, are not a huge fan of. Which I don't understand, because this is fucking amazing, dude. It gives 5 defense, which is already higher than a mirror shield and a buckler and all the other things. Of course, it's all rebirth classes. The mob that drops from, it's not hard. It's a Lisa. Everybody knows. Basically an Alice, a little bit stronger, and you can only get in Kiel. You have to make the Kiel quest, which is not hard, and it's fun to do if you do it with a lot of friends, because then at the end you can get an old album card, right? And that gives you a chance of getting any card in the game, you know, in quotations, any card in the game with some limitations. All right, let's go back to the shield. Orleans glove is the best glove for reducing your cast because of this, because of Orleans gloves. On its own, it's not a great shield, but it does have the chance of reflecting 5% magic damage to your enemy. That's the only shield that really can do that. Besides, Platinum Shield can do that too. Hold on, let's fact check. So I think this is a little bit better because this is 100% sure that once it hits on you, it will reflect that damage. Like, it doesn't trigger, it doesn't have to get triggered and then next attacks are reflected, compared to the Platinum Shield where the next 2 seconds it will trigger, but then if you don't get hit, this will can actually save your life at a single target, because instead of hitting you, it will hit themselves immediately on a single cast. And we're talking about this, the 10% reducing cast. Because of this 10% reduction, people say that getting 150 dexterity is easy in pre-renewal and classic, and you're bullshitting. Okay, it's difficult. And this, you having an Orleans gloves and an Orleans server with you will serve you a huge purpose after rebirth. So you cannot argue that this is undoubtedly S tier. Is it one of the greatest S tiers? No, I don't agree that it is, but it is great once combined with Orleans glove, but it does have a superpower of reflecting magic. Next up, we're talking about Platinum Shield, and Platinum Shield is the fucking most amazing shield you have ever seen that has no slot. Look at these stats, bro. Reduces damage taken from all medium and large by 15%. So this is a Hodgermelin card already. And then on top of it, reduces undead type damage from undead type monster by 10%. Meaning you can stack these two things and you get a 25% reduction damage against any medium and large size undead mobs. On top of it, it has that 40% chance of reflecting magic for the next 2 seconds, which is, you remember Elfendime or Mithril Cape, they're the same thing. And these unfortunately are mechanics that they try to attempt to implement into the game more often, but it didn't work as well as intended. So unfortunately, this is the buff that doesn't apply as often because it sucks. It unfortunately sucks to trigger this and then get the next magic attack to hit you and properly trigger and hit the mob. But it has also the 5 flap. Here, it's better than a Mirror Shield. but I think I'm gonna put this at the highest A tier because of the fact that if it gave 30%, I would put it as tier because that would be a card, exactly a card, but it's not. And the fact that it does not has a slot and it's not capable of ever having a slot, I realistically cannot put it as tier because there are so many cards in the server in this game that are so incredibly important and can change the outcome of where you are. So Platinum Shields for me is an S tier. It hurts my heart a little bit, but I gotta keep it there due to consistency. Next one, we're talking about Sacred Mission, and this is a shield that people ignored a lot. People don't pay attention to this, but this is one of the best shields for Crusaders. Of course, we have 3 layers of shields of Crusaders specific for Crusaders, which is Mirror Shield, Sacred Mission, and Cross Shield. Cross Shield is also for them. But I think Sacred Mission is one of the best ones towards becoming tanky because of the fact that the 3 Vitality and the 2 Int, this will apply to GC builds and it'll be really good. Of course, you need it to be slotted for it to be great, but because it lacks a slot and you're gonna mainly see this shield like this, for you to invest enough money to make it slotted, it's gonna be tough. The chances, I think it's 10%, but we're going to have to go even lower than a Mirror Shield, because a Mirror Shield you can still put a slot, right? And a Mirror Shield you can also get it would be a better than Mirror Shield unslotted, yes, but this one is slotted, and that's why I'm gonna put you at I'll put it at B tier, right? I think I would still use you instead of a guard. I wouldn't use you instead of a buckler, though, realistically speaking. I still think a buckler is more versatile than all of these other ones. Next one, Shadow Guard, an item only used for stalkers. It gives a huge buff. It's amazing. It's very hard to get because this is only drops from GLD dungeons, which is the guild dungeons I have talked about previously. And because of that, I'm gonna have to put this at a you know, it has a chance of 20 high chance of blind, and when you blind, the only problem is that you have to wear this ugly ass boots, which are the worst boots, right? Nobody likes the boot, but I think just for this alone, listen, I think Shadow Guard is great. The damage is decent. I will put this at an S tier for stalkers. I will put it at the lowest S tier because I still think the other ones are better because it also applies for more classes as well. Shadow Guard is a pretty good item. Plus 20 and the ability to blind if you do decide to wear these shoes, which suck. It will also increase your flee on top of it. So it's really cool. A really cool shield. Next one, it's the standard, the most loyal shield. Has 6 flat defense and no other stats. So shield, we will be putting shield at a B tier in front of our Sacred Mission and underneath our Mirror Shield, and that is because I believe shield is a little bit less you know what, I'll put it at A tier. I think if you are looking at the highest flat defense, you want a shield to be there. Do I want it? It's better than a buckler? I don't think so because of the versatility. I think it is better than a Mirror Shield actually in Sacred Mission because essentially you will be taking more damage physically and the defense will help you with that. So the magic defense, even though it's cool and all, as a tank you will be taking a lot of physical damage. Next one, Shield of Naga. Shield of Naga, it's a shield that a lot of people ignore because when you're hunting for armor of Naga, this gets dropped a lot and people just sell it for cheap because not a lot of people buy either because it is a rebirth item that only has 3 defense, which is as low as a guard. Double check again, hold on real quick. Yeah, guard has 3, this has 3, so it's as low as a guard, gives it plus 3. After 10 it's not gonna work, so all of this, ignore it. But when receiving physical damage, there's a low chance of physical damage will be reflected when you attack for 5 seconds. The chance of the reflect rate is around 3% for each refine. So the low chance is 5%. Well, actually, so if this is 5%, the chance of stun out of the Magic Bible is 1%. Right? So if this is 5%, where's 3? Oh, times 3 here. Okay. Yeah, refine times 3. So if we start at 5% and we put this at plus 5, chance to reflect rate, I think this can potentially be decent. If you leave this at plus 5, you are giving this a 20% chance to reflect at all times. So if you're mobbing, this can potentially be a really great item, but people don't pay attention to this. People don't pay attention to the fact that you can reflect up to 20% of triggering this, up to 20% of chance. So it's basically like, it's not how much you're reflecting, you're only reflecting 5%. Is that it? Oh, dude. So the math sucks, and this item sucks. I'm gonna put this as C tier because honestly, it's very hard to figure out how to make this usable and better than anything else. And it's not better than guard because you can only use it as a rebirth. And for you to use it as a rebirth, you can look at all the other options, right? And you have a whole game before rebirth. And that's why I'm gonna put this as C tier. I don't think it's great, but if you are putting a lot of overs to it and working around this reflect to make it work somehow, I think it can be cool. I think it can be really interesting. Next one is Thorny Buckler. You can receive 5% less damage from large size monsters, and every swordsman class loves it because of this combo right here. 2 strength, 5 defense, 5 magic defense, and an extra 6. So right here you're looking at, if you're a swordsman, 6, 5, 3. Do you know what that makes, my boy? That makes 14 plus 14 defense alone. Holy fuck, dude. That's insane. And then you upgrade everything, give everything a +4 or +7, whatever your heart desires, whatever money you got. This will make you the tankiest as you can possibly be. So because of that, because this is the best tanky item, I will put it at a strong S tier, even above everything else. The 5% reduction applies to literally 95% of all MVPs are large. And the game, you gotta have one of these. Next one, it's Strong Shield. And Strong Shield, it's very interesting because of this effect right here. Boom. Can never be knocked back. Why is this important? I'll tell you why. Let's first go through it. Strong Shield has 4 defense, which is it's a buckler. Okay, it's a buckler with the chance of you receiving 20% more damage from all damages, from physical and magical. So you're taking more damage from everything, right? So you think, what the fuck is the point of this shield? This is a card effect. This is RSX card, and this is only important to hunt one thing and one thing only, and that is the sniper from Thor here when you're hunting for Orleans gloves. So because it's such a specific thing, and it really struggles to show you like how good it is, and you also have to invest another card on top of it, because if you're only stopping for the knockback, doesn't mean you're stopping the damage. And because of that, because it makes you take even more damage, I'm gonna put this at the lowest F tier. Nobody will willingly use this unless it's for specifically the sniper, and as soon as the sniper is out of their sight, they will switch the shield out again. Right, next one, Thorny Buckler, and this is the best, the favorite. People love this one the most because of the effects that it gives. All right, let's give its proper respects. My god, that's our boy Thorny. Finally we're here. 10% attack speed and reflect 5% of all physical, not triggered, it's flat reflecting. Okay, 5 defense, almost as good as a shield slotted. 2 magic defense, we talk about the debuffs. Oh, and this is what people cry for, attack speed at 10%. Do you know how important it is for you to have increased attack speed on a class that doesn't have a 2-handed sword and buffs? Because one-handed anything with a shield, it's slower. By you getting this buff of the 10%, this makes you feel like you have a 2-handed weapon at all times. So because of that, I'm gonna put my boy at S tier. This is our best. This is one of our best boys. Some people would argue this. If you're a real hardcore, some people will argue this. But me, a real DPS head, Thorny Buckler first all night. Next one, Tournament Shield. This is my baby. You don't fuck around with this. You don't fuck around with this. Hey, don't be like that, alright? Don't be like that, cause I like what I like. Hey, man. Alright, let me make my argument, and then you can discuss on this, alright? Tournament Shield gives you 1% attack damage, and you only can wear it as a paladin or a lord knight. High swordsman, you're not really gonna wear it. Trust me, you're not really gonna have this for the high swordsman. But this decrease is huge because just like the strong shield, this applies for mainly one build and one build only, and that build is a spiral pierced lord knight with a hunting spear, because this will increase your damage by 5%, and then you don't even care about the attack speed at that point, because it's so difficult to find a percentage attack in anything. So because of this and because of how niche it is, I'm gonna have to put this at an A tier, because it's so good, bro. It honestly is so good, but it's very limited to everything it can be used. I still think it's even better than this, because both classes can use Lord Knights and Paladins. The 5% attack damage will put this at an S tier. I think this is one of the best A tier choices I could have made. Next one, we are talking at our most famous, our most notorious it's motherfucking Valk Shield, bro. Oh my god, look at it, bro. Look at it. Look at this drawing. How can this not be OP? This is the greatest shield in Ragnarok Online of all time. They took off their pants fully to make this one, I promise you. Add 20% resistant against water, fire, shadow, and undead property. These three are one of the main elements to get hit by everything in the game. This is giving you 20% resistance. Is a ranger card towards neutrals. This is a card on its own already, and then you can add like Dara card, or one of my favorites to add Horn card to it, and it stacks with magic resistance as well. You can also use it with Odin's Blessing and the Frigg Circlet, and then you change all your defense to magic defense. So when you go kill something that it's mainly affecting you with magic attack, you just swap to this, and then you became extremely tanky for magic defense. On top of everything, it looks cool as fuck. It procs with Longhorn with the Assumption, which is the strongest defensive skills in the game. So because of that, I'm gonna have to put Valk Shield S tier. The Valk Shield is even better than Thorny Buckler, and this is our final tier list. Let me know how you guys feel about it, if this is fair, if you have any opinions against it, but I think this is perfect. For some people, they're gonna make arguments towards guard. I think they want it to be higher, but realistically speaking, we have to keep it at where the game kind of caps at. Once you become trans class or like a rebirth, you will want to move on to anything up here. And that's all, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I love doing this. Find you a server that you like. Find you the game that you enjoy playing and go play it. Go get involved. If you love Ragnarok Online, text your friends again, you know, let them know there are good servers out there still that will play the old styles that you remember. Go pick up that character that you left off and never finished, and go finish. I have a personal goal because I never got to level 99 in the official server, and now I'm working on this one. Look at me, I'm level 74, job 40, and I'm out here fucking grinding. Okay, if I can do it, you can do it too, and I believe in you, and this is gonna make you better. It's gonna make you better in life. You achieve this, you achieve greater things in life too. All right. That's how I truly feel. Go out there, get what's yours, get your fucking 99s, get your fucking cards, get all the money. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe to show support. It means the world to me. Love y'all. Peace.